The following program does not necessarily represent the Department of Communications, the College of Liberal Arts, or Tennessee State University.
Especially because so many winners were black.
USA! USA! USA!
Immigrants are taking black jobs.
At this point, it's like the question that raises everyone's minds is what classifies as a mother? Justice and vengeance and like what that really means.
A student had to go home and take a year off because he did not have any housing, did not have any classes, and had a balance of $7,000. Well, don't let them be behind on their rent. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Find out what it means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Take care, TCB.
Welcome to the Blue and White Buzz. I'm your amazing hubba host, Bobby.
And I'm your co-host, Mandy Lou, bringing you beauty,
blackness,
and the buzz.
So a lot has been happening lately, hasn't it?
Yeah, the presidential election, the financial aid crisis here on campus, people getting purged and losing housing, the Olympics, just so much is happening.
Right, and we're going to be covering all of it today, so stay tuned. Are you tired of being on phone with financial aid for hours, waiting in lines?
Well, it's not gonna change. This happens every semester.
Students are missing classes so they don't get purged. In fact, our sources say a student had to go home, take a year off because he did not have any housing, did not have any classes, and had a balance of $7,000.
We as students shouldn't have to miss class or be kept from learning because of things out of our control. In fact, we shouldn't have to go home because of this.
Speaking of housing, aren't there girls staying in a boys' dorm?
Yes, Bobby, there are. There are girls staying on the first floor of Watson.
That's crazy. Not only that, apparently TSU lost their contacts with not only the hotels, but also with House of God.
They're having students stay in study rooms turned into triple rooms. In fact, another one of our sources says they stayed in a study lounge turned to triple room in Wilson.
What kind of BS is this?
This is a respectable news show, but yes, this is some BS, truly.
And on August 29th, they started purging students,
which is so upsetting.
Let's take a moment of silence for our fellow students who have been purged.
Yeah, empty promises were made. Different dates were given for when our aid would be applied. All that time and energy wasted just for them to apply our aid during Thanksgiving break or even after.
Clock it, Mandy. In fact, what did financial aid tell students to do about it?
Talk to the bursar's office about it. And what did the bursar's office tell the students?
Talk to financial aid about it. They're sending students back between departments, showing the lack of communication between the two.
Why should these students have to suffer for that? It's like we're the children of divorced parents.
Allegedly, the financial aid staff are laughing in students' faces as they're struggling to get their aid.
Laughing? What exactly is so funny to them?
Well, don't let them be behind on their rent.
They see us as children, so they think they can talk down to us.
We're not children. A lot of us are grown adults. Treat us with respect.
In fact, what did Aretha Franklin say?
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Find out what it means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Take care, TCB.
And on that note, let's cut to commercial.
Canada Dry Ginger Ale, the only soft drink that doesn't treat you like a kid.
The Olympics this year took place in Paris.
Yes, and the U.S. took home 126 medals this year.
This year's Olympics made me feel so patriotic, especially because so many winners were black.
USA! USA! USA!
In fact, speaking of black winners, Simone Biles ended the Paris Olympics as the second most decorated women's gymnast in Olympic history, with 11 medals and 7 golds.
And her husband claimed he didn't know who she was when they first met?
Right. Who is he again?
No idea. Anyway.
According to Essence.com, American women won nearly 60% of Team USA medals at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, and black women helped lead the charge by a grand margin.
Winners like Sha'Carri Richardson, Gabriel Thomas, and Tara Davis Woodhull brought it home for track and field.
Brittany Griner, Joelle Lloyd, Alyssa Thomas, Aja Wilson,
Nafisa Collier, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, and Jackie Young brought home gold in women's basketball.
Not only did these black women bring home the medals, but black men also brought it home.
Quincy Hall, Grant Holloway, Noah Lyles, and Ryan Benjamin brought it home in track and field.
LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, and Jason Tatum.
Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, Anthony Edwards, Drew Holiday, Tyrese Halliburton, and Derek White brought it home for men's basketball.
But enough about the sports. Did y'all hear about the opening ceremony?
Ooh, that's right, Bobby. The opening ceremony featured a performance by Aya Nakamura, who is one of France's most popular singers and is a black woman.
I didn't know France had it like that.
They usually don't, with how racist they are. It's surprising that she was performing at the opening ceremony. In fact, France tends to act like they are better than everyone.
They really do. They act better than everyone when that lake where the swimmers were supposed to compete in was dirty.
Right. You wouldn't even be able to see them get in or out of the water.
They could have got a disease from that water. Don't they got a bunch of rats there too?
They do. Not only France, the UK thinks they're better than us too.
That's crazy to think about it, because they colonized so many foreign countries just for their food to taste so bland that it resembles a boiled chicken with a pinch of salt.
And then they wash it down with a bottle of water.
Well, enough about the countries and their lack of humidity and good food. We'll be right back after this break.
Round-the-clock claim service, in case this happens in a car. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Mandy, have you ever considered running for president?
I don't know. Do I seem president material?
Well, we know who may not be.
Speaking of, the 2024 presidential debate recently happened.
Yes, that was definitely a show.
Trump claimed that Vice President Harris did not have a plan and was copying Biden's plan, but throughout the entire debate, he did not say anything about his plan.
In fact, in his closing statement, he said that he has a concept of a plan.
Concepts of one? So he is just winging his entire campaign and baking on America's terrible education system?
I mean, it worked in 2016, and not only does he not have a plan during the debate, the moderators were in fact checking a lot of the statements he made.
See, dogs and cats being eaten in Springfield, Ohio by Haitian immigrant families.
There are no credible reports or evidence of that happening.
Abortion happening at 9 months of pregnancy, claiming that the previous governor of West Virginia stated that after the baby is born, they will decide what to do with it.
Which apparently means that the baby will be executed?
In America, there is no state where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
To this day, in the year 2024, he still thinks that the 2020 election was rigged.
Even though it was proven by judges, both Republican and Democratic, that there was no fraud in that election.
Meanwhile, Vice President Harris stated that she wants to cut taxes for young working class families.
She believes that abortion should be a decision between a woman and her doctor. If Congress passes a law to codify Roe v. Wade protections into law, she will sign it.
Also, we gotta bring up the elephant in the room, Project 2025.
For those who don't know, Project 2025 is a conservative manifesto created by former Trumpies that contain extremist policies.
These policies affect everyone that is not white and male. Basically, it affects a good portion of our student body.
It is supported by people who were in Trump's former administration and those in his current campaign.
Trump claims to not know what it is and does not want to know what it is.
With how confident this group of people are creating commercials and such, you could say that they do have his support.
In fact, of CNN, there was a hidden camera video that shows one of the co-authors of Project 2025, named Russell Vought, who was a cabinet member in Trump's former administration.
Even though Trump openly distanced himself from it, Vought claims in the hidden camera footage that it was just politics.
He also claims that what Trump was doing was conscious and distancing himself from a brand.
He also made the claim that Trump is very supportive of what they're doing.
At the debate, he still stated that he didn't know it was or even read it.
On a lighter note, let's talk about the Biden and Trump debate.
You mean the goof off? You know that was a real comedy.
No, because why are we competing on who's better at golf? Are we not speaking out on why we should rule the nation on national television right now?
No, literally, a comparison on the professionalism between the debate and Obama and Romney's debate back in 2012 needs to be made.
Exactly. They may have been opponents, but they at least treated each other with respect.
Speaking of respect, Trump also decided to state that immigrants are taking black jobs. It makes me wonder, what are black jobs?
They are also taking Hispanic jobs.
Obviously, we are the best people to be talking about this right now.
Right. Would you consider our jobs to be black and Hispanic jobs, Bobby?
It might as well be since we aren't getting paid enough.
Or at all.
Anyways, we are the Blue and Black Buzz. Can I tell you how to vote?
We can, however, nudge you in a certain direction.
Mandy, this is a respectful news show. We cannot tell them to not vote for Project 2025.
Right. We also cannot tell them to not vote for someone who can take away all our rights.
Exactly. Vote who you want to, everyone.
Just make sure to do it right.
Now let's talk about what's going on in Afghanistan.
Wait, what's happening?
You've heard of the Taliban, right?
Oh, yeah, the group who took power over Afghanistan in 2021?
Right on. Apparently, over the last 3 years, restrictions against specifically women have gotten extremely worse. It's utterly concerning and sad.
Wait, I think I've heard about this. Women can't work, vote, or go to public places like parks or schools.
Yes. Speaking of schools, young girls can't even further their education after 6th grade. And basically, these women can't even show their faces anymore.
What? That's ridiculous. If they can't even show their eyes, they might as well just walk into a wall.
And to add on to the frustration, they can't sing out loud. They can't sing, read out loud, or recite in public because their voices are deemed too intimate.
Too intimate? Sounds more like a them problem at this point.
Right. It's crazy. This is still going on.
Speaking of still going on, the Palestinian-Israel war has entered its 12th month.
Wow. That's crazy. It's only been almost a whole year.
I know. The Israeli troops have continued attacking Gaza refugee camps, leaving over 42,000 people deceased.
That is devastating to hear.
Extremely. Apparently, many beloved restaurants and food chains have been straggled into the controversy, as it seems they have been funding the genocide.
Oh my. What places?
Starbucks.
No way.
McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and you won't believe this one, Disney. Yep, many people have boycotted these places to help.
I even saw on TikTok that there are filters that donate to Palestine and their watermelon emojis being spammed in comments that help contribute to the algorithm and movement.
Even with being here in America, we can still help to stop the killing of human beings in another country.
Exactly. Even if you think it doesn't matter, every little thing counts.
On a lighter note, the VMAs recently happened.
Yes, they did. There was so much drama that happened that night.
Ooh, Bobby, do tell.
Okay, so before the show even started, a person from the paparazzi cursed at Chappelle Roan on the red carpet, telling her to shut the F up.
No way. Who just does that to someone?
I'm serious. Chappelle did not just take it, though. She threw his words right back in his face.
As she should, honestly. You can't talk to people that way, no matter if they're celebrities or not.
Right. Another thing happened during the actual show. Tyler won for Best Afrobeats.
Yeah, I remember. There's some online discourse about her acceptance speech.
Yeah, when people think when she asked someone to hold her award for her as she gave her speech, they thought she was talking about our girl, Halle.
Miss Halle Bailey? Miss Ariel? She most definitely was not telling her to hold it.
You would think so. People online were calling Tyler entitled, rude, and someone even called her an uppity African.
Uppity? How is she uppity? She just exudes confidence and is proud to represent South Africa with her music.
Not sure. Enough about the drama, though. There were so many iconic moments.
Right? Chappelle Roan actually won Best New Artist.
That's amazing. Sabrina Carpenter won Song of the Year with Espresso.
Even if you don't listen to her, you know that you've heard her songs a few times over the summer.
Exactly. Megan Thee Stallion won Best Trending Video with her song, Mashushi.
Now, this is a song that everyone knows.
Yeah, it was trending across platforms like TikTok, Instagram for almost like the entire summer.
Exactly. The outfits were also iconic this year.
Definitely. Glorilla and paid homage to Left Eye with her look.
Megan Thee Stallion paid homage to Britney Spears with her outfit.
Flo Milli's outfit was gorgeous.
Chappelle Roan paid homage to Joan of Arc with her medieval look.
Just so many iconic moments happened, but it will never top the most iconic moment in VMA history.
Oh yeah, Kanye West stealing the show is honestly one of the most iconic moments in pop culture.
I know. It was so shocking to see someone to do that. I felt kind of bad for Taylor Swift.
Same here, basically being told that you don't deserve an award by someone who is well known in the industry on live television is embarrassing to go through.
They are both doing well in their respective fields now, thankfully.
Well, we can't say for sure with Kanye, but definitely for Taylor Swift.
This is a respectful news show, but yes, we can't speak on that topic too much. Well, that's all, folks.
Oh, we're done already?
Unfortunately, yes, but just for now.
Whoa, what a fun episode.
Right?
We did pretty good for having a Black and Hispanic job.
And you know, Black people.
Bobby.
What?
Tune in next time to Blue and White Buzz, where we bring you beauty,
Blackness,
and the buzz.